born in Siberia, 26 surgeries, 2 cardiac arrests across 3 different continents. And yet I've built companies through all of that. I am not sharing this to impress you. I am sharing this because all those numbers mean one specific thing. And that thing is the reason I am talking to you right now. Here's what 26 surgeries teaches you. It teaches you that humans have specifically 2 different operating systems that are currently running. Almost every high-performing person that you've ever met is running the wrong system for the situation they are in. Mode 1 is planning mode. You analyze, you model, you structure, you optimize. And that works really well when the variables are known, when you get feedback, maybe not immediately, but eventually. That is when you have the option of being right later. Mode 2 is the state you go into when the situation stops being manageable, when the variables are not known, and the feedback is real and immediate. When there is no later. In mode 2, planning doesn't work, strategy doesn't work, systems don't work, optimization fails. What works in mode 2 is structural clarity, the ability to find the one variable when there's already 30 variables pretending to be real, and to take action disregarding the noise. 26 surgeries taught me mode 2. Not as a concept, as a structural baseline. Here's what I observe in almost every founder and CEO I sit across from. They are operating in mode 2 environment. The stakes are real. The decisions have real impact. The margin for error is basically 0. They are in mode 2, and the tools they're using is for mode 1. More data, more frameworks, more strategy sessions, more planning, and none of these work in mode 2. They do not work because they do not address the actual variable. A mode 1 state running on mode 2 problems produces a specific symptom. You know what to do, and yet you're not doing it. Not because the answer is unclear, because the signal underneath that answer is not clean enough to act on it. And until that signal changes, nothing will. The decision stays exactly where it is. Here is the operative distinction I want you to take away from this. A problem is a constraint you can resolve. A condition is the constraint you operate inside of. Most high-stake decisions you are currently sitting on are not problems. They are conditions. You cannot solve a condition. You can operate inside of it correctly to shift it completely. That orientation requires a different set of tools other than problem solving or anything else that you're using. The work I do is build these tools to stop applying mode 1 tools to mode 2 challenges. Name the decision in your life right now that you are treating like a problem when it's actually a condition. That is the work. Everything else is downstream from this. When this lands, not as inspiration, but as recognition, the link is below.